This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Pete and Sebastian Show, we're back. New leather for the new show. I love it, bro. You're keeping up with what you promised. Sebastian Maniscalco, of course.
So, Pete, by the way, is that a change of shirt?
Of course, man. It was a white T-shirt last week. And
white T-shirt. Okay, yeah. My bad.
You can't remember a dude you were friends with for 16 years when you're doing a show. Why would you remember what shirt I was wearing last week? Hey, don't worry. My wardrobe is a joke, bro. My wardrobe. I should take a photo for next cast to show you all my clothes. They're like, they could fit in half of a trunk of a car. Like, it's not even the back seat. It's a joke. I have no clothes.
When's the last time you bought a new pair of jeans or a new shirt?
On my own? It's crazy. About a month ago, I was on, I think I was with you in Poughkeepsie. Yeah. We were in whatever's hotel we're at, and I needed a new shirt, and I went over to like a TJ Maxx or something they had over there, and I got a black button-up jersey. But other than that, I haven't bought my own clothes in years. I go with Jackie, if I do. So yeah.
What do you mean, Jackie?
I haven't. Years and years ago, when I first started being with Jackie, if I would go to buy something, a piece of clothing, she'd go, "What the fuck?" You know, like, she changed my wardrobe the way Lana changed yours for the better. Yeah. So I reached the point where, like, I'm not going to come home with shit, and then she's going to tell me it's dumb, so I don't get anything. I'm almost like a child for back to school. Once a year, we go and get my jeans. And we go to a store, and I hate every second of it. I just keep coming out with, trying them on, and then she'll go, "Let me get I think you're 30, blah, 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 on these. Let me go get them. You wait here." You ever do the stand in the waiting room at a store in your underwear? Because you're not going to put your pants back on because your wife's coming with a smaller size. So you're just sitting in there in your fucking underwear like this. And I buy a couple gray, a couple black, and a couple blue. And then my pants for the year, man. And I don't know. I guess with the pandemic, I didn't get around to it a few years in a row. But I'm like, I don't know if you saw when I worked with you, bro. I wore the same pants every day. I feel like people who work with you were like, "What's he doing? A filming continuity?"
So my question to you is, in these dressing rooms, when I've been in the dressing room, I've noticed that there's a lot of pins that people put in the wall. You ever see that little pin pad that they got where if you're going to try a shirt on, they pull like a pin out and then you put it in the wall, right? Have you seen that in the dressing room?
No, I haven't noticed that.
Patrick, have you seen that? Am I? All right, this might not be as mainstream as I thought it might be, but like any, they put the pins in the wall. It's not gonna make any sense now that you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Carry on. So you're buying clothes once a year with your kid,
right? Anyway,
so where did we even start this? The clothes, the whole thing. Okay, sorry, we got sidetracked there. Pete and Sebastian Show. We are here once again.
Where were we, man?
I'm sorry.
You back on track? Cause I'm not. You know where we're going?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I'm trying to navigate these waters here. We fell off the boat. I'm trying to get back in. So let's talk about Berlin. I know in the past we've said that we're gonna save the Berlin for the Patreon, but it's so fresh.
I know, man. I don't want to forget it.
Let's get into it right now. Forget the Patreon right now. Let's get into, just to give you some background here. Pete, Jackie, and Sadie went to Berlin, Germany to watch Jackie run in the Berlin Marathon. All right?
Yeah.
Touched a little bit on it a couple casts ago about you getting on the plane and some of the stuff that happened on the plane. So take us to Germany. Give us the Pete Correale travel log on Berlin.
Well, odd trip. All right. Well, first of all, you're not going to believe this. And this is like a lesson, another cast lesson about when you love a woman, what you do, all right? So we're flying out of Buffalo on Thursday. The marathon's on Sunday. However, with these big marathons, you as the runner have to pick up your bib on Saturday at, like, they have these conventions for all the runners, and they sell gear, and the runners love going. It's very exciting. But you got to, if you're not there Saturday to get your bib, unless you got some crazy connections, you ain't running. So we were going to leave Thursday morning, get to Berlin late Thursday night or Friday morning, something like that, right? So anyway, get there Friday morning. We're leaving. This is unbelievable. Jackie trained like crazy. And that's the other thing too, man. When they train, there's like so much at stake. It's not like, I missed a wedding or, like someone's wedding. So I am not lying to you, bro. We are literally stepping out the door to get in our car to go to Buffalo for the first flight. That flight's going from Buffalo to Newark, 5-hour layover, and then a flight from Newark to Berlin. That's 9 hours. As I'm leaving the kitchen, I couldn't believe it. I get a text. I look up, fucking United canceled the flight from Buffalo to Newark due to UN air traffic from all these world leaders at the UN. So I'm like, oh boy. And Jackie's like, what? And I'm like, the flight from United to Buffalo to Newark was canceled. So I immediately get on the phone. I'm start making phone calls. They got me on hold left and right. Best they could do is guys telling me is he can get us in like maybe late Saturday afternoon, barring no delays, and we have 3 different connections. And Jackie starts crying, and she's like, all this work, all this data, and you feel so terrible. It's like all this training and everything that went into it. And so I think about it, and I'm like, all right, we gave ourselves 3 hours to get from our home to Buffalo Airport, like 3 hours before the flight. And then we got a 5-hour layover before the Newark. So I look up the Newark flight, and I'm like, Jack, if we leave right now, I go to the guy on the phone, is that Newark flight still going to Berlin? He's like, yeah, no, that's still scheduled. I go, can you switch us to that? And Jackie's like, what are we going to do? I go, we're going to drive. It's like 6.5 hours. And I got to make it there in like 6.5 hours. And we got to go right now. And we got to, and even going right now, if there's a car accident, if we get delayed, we're going to drive all the way to Newark for nothing. All right. I got this 9-year-old kid, throw her in the back. We get in the car and we go, bro. I am not kidding you. For 6.5 hours, ended up being a little less. I did average 85, average. And then I was no radio on, no coffee, no one talking. You know how you speed for like 20 minutes when you got to get somewhere? I did it for 6.5 hours. I look over the horizon and see that there's no shoulder. I'm like, all right, cop can't be there. I hit 90, 96, 97. Then I'm coming up a hill. I'm like, could be a cop. Kick it back down to 85. Kick it back down. Kick it back down. Bro, we stopped. By the way, Sadie's in the back with her iPad. Jackie had to hand me the cup to pee while I'm driving. Sadie wasn't looking.
Teamwork.
Oh my God. We made one stop for gas with like an hour to go because I said, listen, I'm afraid we're going to get there and we're going to run out of gas somewhere on the Garden State. Let's get it now. And they both had to pee. They ran in. I go, I'm only going to get enough gas until you guys are out. They ran in. I gassed up while they're in. I'm literally inside the car peeing into the cup, looking around like this. They come out. I turn it. I throw that in. And we had the thing. We had to get there, let's say, I think it was like by 2:30. And when we got in the car, we were like going to get there at like 2:35. And I'm like, Jack, that's going to go down. All right. They're assuming when you do this, I've done it a million times driving, that you're going to get gas, you're going to get da-da-da. And as we were speeding, it would go down 233, 230. Next thing you know, I got it down to 159. We're going to hit our 159. So then when we got the gas, it went back up to 203. I go, it only went up 4 minutes. It only went up 4 minutes. We get to Newark, bro. I park for a week in short-term parking.
Oh, God, bro.
Oh, bro. $70 a day. Every day I'm waking up in fucking Berlin going, good morning, $70. We run across the freaking thing. We checked the bags within 10 minutes of their allotted check-in luggage time.
Oh my God.
We get on this flight to Berlin, and Jackie just breaks down. She's like, you're my hero. I can't tell you. I can't believe what you did, and Sadie, you didn't complain. You guys, I love you guys for that. Unbelievable,
bro. I gotta tell you, I'm touched.
You're so fucking funny, man.
I thought I was gonna weep there on the your wife professing her love to the family, and he came through in the time of need. What?
Yeah. And it was like if I got a ticket, we wouldn't have made it. So it was such a dance. Oh man. So then we got there, and so I'm not going to walk you through the whole trip, but just parts of it. Bro, I don't mean to throw these people under the bus in Germany, and good people, but there's a lack of underarm deodorant, and I don't know, is that like a European thing, or is that specific to Germany? I don't remember being in Rome and but like half the plane. Then Jackie, she verified, she's like, when she ran the marathon, she's like, by the way, 3:25. That's what she ran that thing in, 3:25.
Is that her best?
Yeah, that's her best.
Okay,
Yeah.
This is what's so fascinating about this, and I want to get into this. You go to Germany basically the day before the marathon, so essentially with the time difference, this one's running what should be nighttime here in the United States. Am I correct?
Yeah. Well, when we first got to Germany, it was like 8. When we got to the hotel, it was like 8:30 in the morning in Germany, right? In our hotel. We got a nice hotel, the Steigenberger. That's what it was called. If you want to have Patrick do Google, you sometimes check my joints, but this one was good.
Steigerberger, look it up.
Steigenberger Hotel.
Steigenberger.
And 8:30 in the morning, and this is a city, so everyone's bustling. They're in their nice outfits, going to work, and for us, it's like 2:30 in the morning, with a 6-hour drive to the airport, a 9-hour flight. So all three of us are like in the lobby. We can't even keep our eyes open, man. And this guy couldn't get me in early because we had a 1-bedroom suite, and they don't have a. Yeah, there it is.
Steigenberger, nice. What is that, off a river?
Wait, yeah, that's not mine, man. That is on a bridge, isn't it? No, that's not mine.
That's not it.
No.
Berlin.
Yeah, no. Berlin, yeah. But then when we finally got in the room at like noon their time, I mean, dude, all three of us just crashed for like 4 hours. So then you wake up. Now it's like 5 o'clock their time. But you're whacked, bro. You're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're wide awake. It's just, so it took a few days to adjust, and more than a few. No weed. Didn't bring it.
Well, can you?
So, I probably could have, but with the kid, gosh forbid something to happen. Then it's Germany, so I envision, they got German shepherds lined up, So, in hindsight, I could have. I didn't even bring vape, nothing, because that Britney Spears, Grenier, basketball player in Russia. So, anyway, so you got that going. But, so it took a few days to adjust. And then, so you get there Friday morning, then Saturday morning, because she had a friend running too, or someone she trains with who runs a lot of marathons.
Get back to the BO.
Well, yeah, but I was just going to say, then they
you
do
were saying on the plane they have BO.
And then also,
when you're in Germany.
Get in my car, they have it, but I know that's okay. It has it sometimes in New York. Then I get to the hotel lobby, and there's some people dressed very nice, and I'm getting a whiff of it. And then Jackie said, when she ran the marathon, she's like, for 3 hours, it was really getting to me. It was like insane how much it was. And they're very green in Germany. They're like way more, they all get around on electric scooters, which we did. I'll tell you about that. They recycle like really like way more than we do over here. So yes, that was my hotel. Yeah. Yeah, this is great right there. Perfect. And then so I'm thinking, like, I don't know, is that the future? aren't we not supposed to be using deodorants anyway? Isn't there like bad shit in them that are going into our bloodstream?
I don't know. I mean, apparently there's some type of aluminum or something in these things that affects you in some way, shape, or form. I mean, knock on wood. You know me. I don't stink, so I don't use it.
Listen. Wait. Oh, that's right. You don't use anything?
No, nothing. Beautiful, bro.
How long can you go? How long will that? Like, will you last without smelling as long as I'll last without smelling with deodorant? Like 2 days on a plane?
Yeah, I might outlast your deodorant. Bro, the only time I had deodorant was when I was wearing an antique suit on the Seinfeld thing. And it was ingrained in the suit. I don't stink, man. There should be a study done on this.
It sounds like there should. I mean, Lana's never at one point you worked out and then you didn't, and then she's like, "Oh God, you gotta."
No.
Wow,
bro. It's pretty.
That's a gift, guy. That's a gift.
It's a gift. So she does 3 hours and 25 minutes on this thing. Right. Now, what was the record prior?
Hers was like I want to say 340, I think.
Jeez,
maybe 337, maybe 337, something like that.
Still,
yeah.
So she shaved 13 minutes off her best time.
The guy
in Europe doing it.
Right. Well, Berlin is a notoriously a great run because it's mostly flat. And as a matter of fact, the guy who won the marathon broke the world record, his own world record, by 30 seconds. That marathon, someone ran faster than anyone ever ran a marathon in the history of the world. As far as we know. I mean, we don't know what they're doing in Kenya.
Do you know what the time is on that? How much?
2 minutes and 2 hours and 1 minute, I think it was he did. 2 hours and 1 minute, just flying.
26 miles.
26.3 or something, whatever it is. And they send him out by himself before everyone else because he's such a deer. And then Jackie says for psychological reasons, she goes, just no one really likes to run alone. People would run with him. They'd hop in, that was assigned. Runners would run with him for a while to keep him company, but no one could keep up that pace. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, so then people would tap out and someone else would come in and they'd run with him for a while, keep him company for a few miles. Yeah.
What's wrong with running alone? It's not like you're running and you're chit-chatting.
I don't know. You got to be a runner, I guess. Jackie says it too. It just feels, sometimes you like having someone next to you, keeping your pace or whatever. They have those electric scooters over there. They call them Birds. They had another Bolt is another brand. And I'm like, I go to Jackie, we can't use them. You got to be from Europe. You have to be from Berlin, Germany. You can't just. And she's like, maybe you can, no. So she downloads the thing. And I'm the guy, the entire time we're in the sidewalk. And she's downloading it. Me and Sadie are there. And I'm like, it's not going to work, Jack. I'm not downloading this shit onto my phone. And then she's like, you're such a gorilla. You can never just be patient. Just give. Next thing you know, bro, the scooter's beeping. I go, it's beeping, Jack. It's working. Holy shit. Holy shit, Jack. You did it. You rock. I mean, all the time she does that shit that I would have never done, Like I just never would have.
It's the same thing, man.
When we first got there, I was so hungry. And right next to the hotel before we could check in was a giant train station. It was right there. It was like a big, Grand Central. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm just getting a McDonald's egg sandwich. I want an egg sandwich. No one freaking sells them around here. I walk into McDonald's and they got 5 giant panels that you go up and you punch in your order. And then after you get your order, you have a ticket number and you go over to the register and you pay with it, everything right there. I start hitting it. It's in German and I can't figure and I just like give it a tap and like fucking, and I walk out and Jackie goes, so I go, I can't even do it. Forget it. I'll just get a stupid donut or something. And she's like, oh my God, Pete, it probably works in English if you would just calm down, you animal. And then she went in there and she's like, dude. And then she's like, give me your card. I pull it out and she's like, ding. She gives me my ticket. I'm like, thank you, dude. I wouldn't have did it. It's like, I don't know, bro. I mean, are you like that?
Lana's the same way. I got no patience, you know.
Right.
She'll sit there and try and figure it out, and then when she does, I'm like all giddy, like, ooh, hey, where? and I don't like every time I say, why don't I just listen to this woman? Why do I gotta be in Jackie's words such a gorilla? Just let them take the lead, man. She saved you a transportation and a food run just because she took the time to figure it out. I'm like that too, man. I'm bitching up a storm. What the fuck? Come on, let's get out of here. Ain't gonna work. And the next thing you know, I'm so happy that she figured it out. So
Yeah.
now, what's Sadie's vibe in Germany? What are we getting on the like? Is she vibing on this, or does she know?
I mean, on one hand, you know, she's like loving seeing and hearing these language that she's never heard. It's like kind of fascinating to her, and you know, all of it being on a plane and airports, she still like gets off on all that as any kid would. But no, overall, I'm like looking up what to do in Berlin, and it's like, you know, the concentration camps. I'm like, kid's 9, you know, is there a bounce house at the concentration camp? So, you know, but these scooters were golden because I would put her on my scooter. She would stand in front of me, and I would let her work the speed, and I would do the steering it. But like these things, man, they could go over grass. They could go. So like the day of the marathon, it was crazy because they have a tag on the runners. So Jackie leaves, me and Sadie go have breakfast. Then we come down, and on my app, the race is about to start. I can see when Jackie starts. I can see where she's going to be. I got a map. So I go, all right, she's going to be right outside the hotel. Let's boogie over there. Then we go over there. Jackie comes by. I'm like, Jackie, you know. Then she's gone. And I go, let's get a scooter. They're everywhere, these scooters. You just take your phone, you go up, bing, thing starts up, 14 cents a minute. And the city has these paths for them. You know what I mean? Cars know you're going to be there. So at one point in like mile 22, we got back up with Jackie for a whole mile. I'm weaving in and out of people, and we're staying even with Jackie screaming, go, go. You know, I mean, the Germans were yelling, like, get out of the sidewalk and shit. But, you know, I'm American, you know what I mean?
So I've never had anybody that I have known to run a marathon, and I was there.
Right.
When you're cheering Jackie on and she's running, do you get like a wave or a smile from her, or is it all business? She's just running. She kind of acknowledges you, but she's in a what's up?
The first time we saw her by the hotels early on, and she'll always the first time come over and like touch us and like, you know, give her a like quick hug or something, because it's usually early and you never know if you're going to see us again. But then when we would see her, we saw her a lot this one because, like I said, we had these scooters, and this marathon was great because it kind of stayed within the city. So we could see her here, and I look at the map, and I go to Sadie, if we bang around here, when they come around here, we'll be there again. But a lot of times, she's always got the music on. Her friend, they run together, luckily would see us a lot. We'd be like that. And then Jackie would wave. But then after a little while, her wave became more of a like she was getting tired, and then I said to Sadie, all right, we'll keep an eye on Mom, but you know, I don't think she's going to be like giving us too much of a wave anymore.
Now, after she's done, is she bleeding? Is her feet bleeding? Is there toenails in her socks? What's going on?
For her, this one, she only had a swollen, her one ankle was a little swollen on the inside because for whatever reason, her other foot kept kicking her ankle. You know, it never happened before, but that happened. But, you know, she's like, sometimes you see people throw up, see people fall. She's like, this one was pretty good. I didn't say any of that. Again, I don't know if you mentioned when I talked about the Chicago Marathon, because I forgot about this. Once we saw Jackie, though, and we wanted to see her again, Berlin has a lot of beautiful parks. So there was this park where we could fly up the park and then meet up with Jackie again. Now, as we're flying up the park, the road is just a little bit of trees and stuff and benches. And then the road where the people are running, you can see them a little bit over there. Barely, because there's a crowd in front. But as we're scootering, you look over, bro, there are women and men pissing and pooping the whole way, the whole mile. We're on the scooter. They're all squatting, pooping, and peeing because.
Wait, they're shitting in public?
Yeah, because they gotta go. They're in the marathon, and it just sometimes you're running. There's like 37,000 people in this, and it just comes upon you. You gotta go. You gotta go. They just, as you're running, you see them. All of a sudden, you hear rustling, and you just see a guy doing a high step through the bushes, and then just pissing. Then you look over, you see women squatting. It's just like they don't care right now. They don't have time to care right now. So, you really
into that, man. That's
man, listen. It's like I go, look at them. Remember when they did that in Chicago? I forgot. And she's like, oh my God, Dad, yeah.
well,
they have porta potties, but
yeah,
I'm not
that's
taking a minute off my time because someone else is in there wiping their ass. Yeah, let's go. So. Yeah.
Well, here. You sent an image here. Is this of Berlin?
That's going to be the next thing I'm talking about. That's the Berlin Wall. But by the way, when I was meeting up with Jackie after the marathon, ran into a cast listener whose wife was running the marathon. I think his name was Matt. I can't remember. Then the next day, we're in a shopping district in Berlin, ran into another cast listener named Nick who ran the marathon. Bro, I mean, here we are. Berlin, running into,
It's international, man.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're American too, but.
I know, but it's just, you don't even know where the stuff is getting piped out of.
Now, two things. First of all, I want to tell you, that picture I showed you, if we can get that up there. That's the Berlin Wall. That's where you go. That's one of the spots where you go. And that's obviously the stone wall to the left. I don't know if you could tell there's a fence there. It's hard to tell. Is that the picture I sent? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You see that railing and that fence right there to the left? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so, all right, you can take it off now, Patrick. Thanks, bro. When you go see the Berlin Wall, you're not supposed to touch the wall, right? Some people lean over and give it a quick touch. But they got cameras, they got security on either side. And if you're going to do a quick touch, you're probably going to get in trouble. But they don't want people like trying to take a piece of this thing, right? Now, they sell pieces of the Berlin Wall at souvenir shops for like $20, a little cement chip. You buying that? Like, are you buying that that's really the Berlin Wall?
Where'd they take it from? Were they just chipping away at it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the wall's been knocked down. The wall's gone now. So there's only remnants of the Berlin Wall, very famous. So lots of people have pieces of this thing as collector's pieces. Now, they're saying that they got parts of it, they chipped away, and then they sell them these little pieces of the Berlin Wall. I ain't buying it. I wanted a piece from the wall. So now I ain't
buying it. Yeah, I ain't buying it, and I ain't buying it.
Exactly, right? So this is the wall. I'm looking at the wall. And at the bottom of the wall, there's a little chunk, I'd say, I don't know, about half the size of your cell phone, coming off at the bottom of the wall. Like I can tell it's cracked.
Oh.
It's just still sitting in place, but it's not connected to the wall. I said to Jackie and Sadie, I'm like, I'm getting a piece of the wall. Oh. And Jackie's like, how are you gonna do this? You can't reach over. I go, I'm gonna fake drop my cell phone, and when I pick it up, I'm gonna grab the wall. And this is what I do, bro. That little fence, I lean over it to take a selfie with me and Sadie. I got my phone right over the chunk that I want to get at the bottom. Oh, yeah. I do one of these. Oh. And I drop my cell phone. I'm like, oh. Then I look at security either way. I'm like, I do a lean in. I grab my phone, and right next to it, I grab the rock. I slide the rock under the phone. I turn to Sadie and Jackie. I go, I got the wall. Let's go. I got the wall. Bro. I stole the wall. I'm so proud of myself. Sadie was dying laughing.
I can't believe this.
It's unbelievable. It's unheard of.
No. this would have been a perfect time to show us the wall.
Oh,
Where's the wall, bro?
Kid's 9. It's at school. It's being passed around, guys. It's being
We do
passed
show and
around.
tell here first. We do
I
show
know.
and tell on the cast before it goes anywhere else. It's almost like we're a museum. It's an artifact that it's got to be shown.
It's coming home. I'll have it for the next cast. Hey, listen, the story's better than the piece. It's like a little piece of
Yeah.
But you know,
the piece you got,
right?
What does that go for retail in the store? Like, is it the same amount they're selling in the store, or is this a bigger chunk?
They would take my piece and sell it in 4 pieces and get about $30 a piece. So I think I got about $120 worth of wall. And by the way, I mean, my wall's so authentic. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even know if they got this fucking thing from Igor's driveway 3 blocks away from the wall. You know what I'm saying? This is the real deal, baby.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What a beautiful steel, bro.
I know. Yeah. And that was heavy with the history. We walked around that, and that was, Sadie, we told her all about that, and she was like, holy shit. It is like a ominous feel still to that whole place, It's like, I'm like, yeah, I know you people weren't around, but you knew people that knew people.
How was the food?
I was there 6 nights. I had pizza 3 nights, and I had spaghetti and meatballs 1 night. So
Jesus, you didn't even have any of the cuisine.
No, the cuisine guy. Bratwurst. I mean, I don't even. I got the kid too. I wanted to. We had the pretzel. I was maybe gonna have they eat hot dogs for breakfast. It's unbelievable, man. That's pretty impressive. Like, they're into their hot dogs. They had them a hotel at a beautiful upscale breakfast, and that was like part of it if you wanted. But no, man, didn't do a deep dive in that. And this is the last thing I want to ask you, because I wanted to know what you would have done. The last night we were there, everything we did, we kind of went in the same direction when we left the hotel. The Brandenburg Gate and all this. It's a beautiful city, It's got some old and some new, and it was really a great time. But Jackie goes, I go, let's just get a good pizza again tonight, some pasta. And she's like, I see a good place. It looks like it's in more of a neighborhood. We go out the back way of the hotel, and there's like a path here. And she goes, I think you and Sadie used the scooter the other day to go there. And I go, oh, yeah. But, when we used the scooter, it was the day of the marathon. There was like people everywhere. So now we're going to walk back there, and it's a shortcut that leads to a neighborhood, and it's drizzling rain. It's about 5:30 at night. There's nobody around. And as we're walking, I go to Jackie, oh, man, it's a little sketchy. How long is this? And she's like, well, I think it's only like another half mile. She's like, we'll be fine, right? Now, as we walk a little further, there's like a little tunnel you got to go under. And there's a crazy guy under the tunnel, their version of crazy, right? A German guy, homeless. And as we're going under, he's screaming at me in German. I grew up American, I'm in World War II movies. You hear that German thing, you're like, hey, got to remind myself they're not the bad guys anymore, you know what I mean? So, and he's coming towards me, but slowly, and he's crazy, So I kind of moved Sadie over and Jackie over, and honestly, we could have outran this guy. That was my thought process, but I didn't know what we were going past him into, Like, this guy was the only one there, and he's screaming at us. It was really upset. It wasn't good. And as we get past him, I go, shit, Jack, how much further? And she goes, I don't know. You want to go back? And Sadie starts getting upset. She's like, I don't want to go back past that guy. So I walk over to the side, and I pick up about 6 rocks, each one the size of golf balls. I dig them out of quick grab them out of the grass and shit. And then we keep walking. And we get about another half mile, and we're coming around the bend, and it's 2 cops going a different direction than us, but they can see us, and now we're coming up to them. So then I lob the rocks off to the side. Sadie didn't see it before, and then she's like, Dad, why did you have those rocks? And Jackie laughs and goes, oh my God, did you have those? Were you going to throw them? I go, yeah. That was like, now, what would you go with a weapon, or in that kind of situation? Would you grab a stick? What do you think you would do? Would you go back past the crazy German guy?
That's a toughie. I don't know if rocks are gonna do it. You know,
I was going to throw him at him if he comes towards us. That was my idea.
But that could happen at a moment's notice. He could be 2 feet from you. Next thing you know, he's all over you. You know.
Is it overreacting?
Nah, you know what? If I don't know where we're going in a foreign country, anywhere, I'm getting a ride. So I don't think I would have been even in that position where I'm going underneath an underpass and I got some lunatic yelling at my family.
But if you were, right, like hypothetically, let's say you're feeling a little vulnerable and there's like a pipe and you would feel better having that pipe if you were attacked. Do you not grab the pipe because it's too embarrassing to walk a half a mile with a pipe in my hand? You know what I'm saying? When does don't worry about what you look like. Start to think about how you're going to physically protect yourself in this moment. It's a Bear Grylls urban environment scenario. When do you say, fuck being embarrassed, I need a weapon, maybe?
Yeah, no. If I'm going to go walk back past that guy, I am brandishing some type of weapon, whether it be a pipe, a stick, and I'm walking with it out. I'm walking with it so it's shown, but it's not like I'm going to attack anybody. I might just be playing with it in my hand, you know, just kind of like goofing around with it.
Trying to justify, maybe I just play with a stick when I walk, guy. Maybe that's something I do. Or maybe I knock your fucking head off. I don't know, either one. Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, man, when you're in a country that's foreign, everything is heightened. Everything is heightened, you know?
No.
You walk past that same guy in America, you're like, whatever, I've been seeing these guys a million times.
Well, did you have to walk back past them?
No, we went the long way back, but we purposely went the long way back because it was so harrowing going that way to begin with.
What was the story you were going to tell me about?
Before the kiss?
Yeah. Is that part of the Berlin story?
No. It's a separate story. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So my mom, and again, the name, I can't keep the name in. I don't even know if I can keep the story in. You know, we'll talk afterwards, but it's just too funny to say. Yeah. So my mom, you know, as I told you, she's moved now. We got her in this really nice independent facility, but they have they make you meals. They have a bar, you know, it's like, and I only say this for the sake of the story, but my dad did really well for himself. So this is like a really upscale place somewhere in America where my mom is catered on and there's other people living in there and it's like really great, right?
Yeah.
So I'm on the phone with her last week and, you know, she goes to me, she goes, so I've been meeting so many people. And she goes, and I met this wonderful couple, let's call them like Ted and Nancy, right? And she goes, Ted and Nancy. And she goes, and I'm not going to lie, Nancy asks about everyone asks about everyone's kids. And I'm telling them about my kids and I'm bragging about you. And I say, you know, you might not have heard of him, but if you Google him, you see he's really done well for himself, you know? Bro, I can't even be the king for my parents in this place. Because after my mom talks to the lady, she goes, and she was so nice. She was like, oh, that sounds great. She goes, I'm talking to somebody else a little later that day. And they inform my mom that Nancy is his mom. so then my mom looks at me and she goes, do you believe that? I'm bragging about you to his mom. Apparently he was there like 3 weeks earlier, you know, took photos with everybody. When I go there, they're going to be like, you got ID? Who you going to see? Yeah. Oh, my poor mom can't even have her win in the wing she lives in.
Bro, you got to see what other parents are there. I mean, if this is high end, you could have some high net worth individuals whose parents are in there, and who knows, man? You could be having fucking coffee at Christmas time at the home.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got. That's a good point. I'm gonna time that, right. I'm gonna look at his road schedule, and if it looks like he's gonna be in the area at any point in December, I'm like, he's probably gonna do a pit stop for eggnog. Make sure I'm there on the same day, man.
Oh God, how will you be able to keep this in?
I don't know if he wants his people to know that his family, is living in one of these upscale joints, but
I don't know. That's free game, man. This is public knowledge as far as I'm concerned. Nobody signed NDAs over there.
Nah, it's hey, listen, so. So I thought that was funny. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Berlin was great. Jackie ran that shit, and then my mom had that, and that's what I had to offer. Oh, yeah.
I want to run something by you. So Lana just spent 4 days in Mexico with 5 moms.
Right. Awesome.
And I was holding on the house here. And she came back. I don't know. I didn't even tell Lana this, but...
Holding down the house with your staff.
There was times I was with the kids, no staff.
Times. I know.
I sent the staff home, to be honest with you. I came home Sunday at 1 o'clock, and then Annie was there. I told her to take off.
All right. I'm busting your balls. That's cool.
Yeah, I know. Took the kids to the grocery shop and took them swimming, the whole thing.
Beautiful.
All right. So Lana's out there with the moms. So she comes home. I'm looking at her. She's looking at, I just feel like she's looking at me different after this trip. Just on re-entry back into the house. So I said, how was the trip? Oh, yeah, it's good. Everybody's talking. Like, women go on these trips, and I think they talk about the deficiencies of their husbands, right? Like, I could just see them like, you know what they all did? They went to the beach, and the lawn chairs were in a row. She told the girls told the guy at the beach, put the lawn chairs in a circle so we could all chat. They had like a panning circle so they could all see one another. And I believe that these trips, they're sitting there going, they're crying and shit. Right? They're like, and he just puts up a wall, like I could just see, like. And they're all sharing their husbands, and so I go to Lana and I go, I hope you didn't share nothing, right? Don't be fucking getting caught up in this.
Exactly.
Everybody pitches in what's going on with their husband. Right. You just shut your mouth and you say everything's fine.
Right, right. Now, you throw a little harmless nugget like, I wish he'd clean a dish after he's done eating. That's fine. Yeah. Throw that in there,
Yeah, nothing.
The bedroom. Are you out of your mind? That's
it. You keep that shit closed. You don't fucking start talking about positions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you think... No doubt, right? Holy shit. Even if you think I'm a great lover, don't tell them that either. Nothing about that.
Yeah.
Bro, I figure any woman marrying you has got to know this going in. I mean, this is like your family motto, bro. Nothing leaves the family. I mean.
Well, that's it. That's how it's been. It's been this way since I was a kid. My family told me, don't say we're going on vacation at school, right? That was a big one growing up. Never saying that we're going to leave the house for an extended period of time. They could rob us.
Right.
This is when I was in 3rd grade. I'm like, who the fuck in 3rd grade is going to come and rob us? He goes, they don't fucking know. They're going to go tell their parents. Their parents might know somebody that's going to rob us. Right. That's how sick we are. So the same thing applies here. You go on a girl's vacation, you want to say, I don't put the cap back on the toothpaste. You want to, that's fine. But you don't say, we're going bankrupt.
Right.
No,
exactly.
No, like, I don't want any of the dirty laundry we're dealing with in the house exposed to a group of. I mean, she just met these girls within the last year. Right. I don't give a shit how much tequila you're drinking. You shut your fucking mouth and go swimming. You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, shut your mouth. Bro, so these are new friends, only a year old here. We're talking like been hanging with them.
This is the school. You know, like Lana's piped into the school, man. Lana knows everybody at school. She knows everybody's name. She knows everybody's kid who belongs to the parents. She'll go, oh, we went out with, Julie and Sam. I go, who's Julie and Sam? Well, let's say that's Tyler's parents. I don't fucking know who's both. Do you?
Jackie gets mad. She gets mad when I don't remember stuff like that. I told you about them. How many times do I have to tell you about them? I'm like, just tell me again. I'm doing other shit. I can't remember the name of the guy who does the bro. Where am I going with this? There's something here I want to say about this Lana situation. How long do you have to know somebody, you personally, before you spend 4 days with them in Mexico?
They were living in the same house. All of them. I haven't shared a home on vacation with anybody aside from my sister and her family and my mother. That just goes to show you it takes a lot. Like, I went on a vacation to Las Vegas over COVID with a couple of my buddies, but they had their own room.
Yeah, but even that, though,
I've known them for 4 or 5 years.
Oh, that's fresh, too, guy. You're like arguably the last friend I made. You're making friends over the past 4 or 5 years? Wow. I mean, friends to travel with on a trip? Wow. That's impressive, guy. You're still keeping that social life alive.
Well, yeah, no, social life is alive, and a lot has to. Well, these guys I actually met on my own. One is my pediatrician, or our kid's pediatrician, right. So we became fast friends with him over the last 5 years. Especially during COVID, we would they would come over 6 feet apart, whatever. During COVID, we made a lot of friends. Plus, if you were living here, when you were here, we were seeing you quite often.
Yeah, I know, man.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, God knows where our friendship would have been if you still lived here. You might have been living here. For all I know.
I'd be in the bed. We'd be in the house. Sadie would be going to school down the hill. Of course, yeah. That's right, though. Out there, everyone's always making new friends because no one's really from there, right, per se?
Yeah. Plus, the school is very, it's very community oriented. And
so why do you think she was looking at you a little weird, man?
I don't know. I still got to figure this out. She's not doing it anymore, but I don't know. She's coming back. I even in the car ride to school yesterday, I looked at it and I go, you look out of it. You look out of it. What's going on? And she's like, I'm just tired, I've been drinking for 4 days, no sleep, Mexico. Yeah. I get it, but I don't know. I feel like I'm talking into someone new. Like you had during the powwow, a light bulb went off. You know what,
guys do a little peyote and see, Nah, she's just tired. She's just tired.
But I saw her today. She's back to normal.
Boom.
So yeah, she's piped back in. But I feel these girls' trips, bro. That's all they do is talk and cry. Right?
Yeah.
It's like they drink. Next thing you know, one of them is like in the corner. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of that going on. I could be wrong, but I just feel like when women get together in a group more than two,
Right.
There's a lot of sharing about like the guys going on vacation. We hit golf balls. We go by the pool. We go out. We have a steak and some wine, and we don't go back to the room and cry on one another's laps, right?
Right. I don't know that the women do it all the time too. I mean, I know some do, some don't, but
They're more prone.
They are more prone, but I gotta say, I mean, I've been around some men friendly lately, past couple of years, where I'm getting you get the comment like, maybe they're not that happy, but when they throw that out, what men do, they literally go, "You want another beer? What do you guys want?" Like they're like, "Hey, you saved that for I don't know who. You just somebody else, not us. We're not getting into that. Oh, you're not happy. Figure it out." Right? Yeah.
I know. I feel that that's a better way of putting it, where men might want to have these conversations going, "Hey, you know what? I don't think my wife loves me anymore." And then we're prone to go, "You see the game last night?"
Exactly. Yeah.
Like it's not even addressed that they even said that. It just literally goes right.
But it's put back here. So when I go home to my wife, I'm like, "Frank and Nancy are not doing good." What did he say? He just said they're not doing good. And what'd you say? I said, "Let's fucking put the game on." I've only sometimes delved in further for my wife. Like I'm doing recon. I don't care about any of this shit, but she's going to love hearing it. Oh, man.
I'm
do amazed sometimes what people share, right? I'm amazed what they share sometimes.
I know, bro. It's amazing, man. It's like they open up.
Right.
Like I sometimes I open up about like, I was in a conversation with a guy the other day, one of the dads at school. He goes, "You golf?" I go, "No, I haven't golfed just because of my sciatica." And then he'll open up with about an ailment that he's got, but it's just far above anything that I got, He'll go like, "Yeah, no, I had brain cancer last year." I go, "Jesus Christ, dude, a brain cancer, sciatica, and you gave me a brain cancer? Just tell me if you sprained your ankle, bro.
That's it.
You don't got to
That's
give
it.
me the cancer thing." Jesus Christ.
Are you used to all this yet, dude? The new everything? By the way, I wanted to say, I have a beautiful velvet thing here. This is from a longtime cast listener named Sharon from the Ozarks. Beautiful woman. She sends my family stuff from time to time. She has sent baked goods that we've eaten. That's the level of trust that has developed. Okay.
My God, bro.
Right?
That's big, man.
So she was noticing these white cracks in between my phone. So she's like, "I thought this nice cape would be a nice..." When I got it in the mail, I started hangling it. I thought it was Patrick sent it. And Jackie's like, "Oh, you got that thing from Sharon." I put it on I go, that's from Sharon. So cast listener, upgrading my setup, the lovely Sharon from the Ozarks.
I feel like you're the type of guy that gets stuff from listeners, right?
Yeah.
And actually you implement it into your life, right?
If I can, if I can. I mean, I try to, if I can, some stuff, someone keeps sending me religious shit. It's like, hey, what the? Bible verses, sent me 2 beautiful leather Bibles. Leather. Literally threw them in a recycle. That was really awkward. I don't know anybody that would want my Bible.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Now, what about you? You had news too, right?
Yeah, man.
And I'm not sad. So if you have good news, it's not like I'm sad because this could still happen.
I'm not so. This ain't a girls' trip, bro.
Exactly. You're telling me?
Yeah. So we have a show. Chuck Lorre, for those of you who don't know, he's a showrunner in town. One of the most successful showrunners. Yeah, he's Big Bang Theory, Kaminsky Method, 2.5 Men, Mike and Molly. By the way, shout out to Billy Gardelli. I called him while this was going on, and he had nothing but great things to say about Chuck Lorre and working with him and what have you. So anyway, how this started was I had a meeting with Chuck. I was going to do a show about my life, kind of like playing me, you know. And he came with this idea of me playing a bookie in Los Angeles. Right. And I really, really gravitated towards it because I was like, you know, I did a sitcom about 7 years ago where I played me. I wrote a movie about me. Too much me.
Right.
I wanted to kind of step out of that, you know, box and play a character. So he wrote the script with this guy Nick, and they sent it to me, and I was like, this is great because it gives me the ability to kind of go in this bookie world where people still use bookies, but you know, I go various places in Los Angeles to collect money and what have you. So it puts me in a lot of different
scenarios.
Of life.
Nice.
So generally speaking, for those of you that are not in the entertainment business, you go and pitch these things. You know, you go into a Netflix, an HBO, a CBS, and you go, okay, here's the idea.
Right.
I'm a bookie, and that. And you're in the room, and the writer's in the room, and there's this dance that you guys play with one another while you're pitching to executives. And it's a painful experience because some of these executives, they just stare at you. They don't really laugh. Their mind is kind of working in another area of like, how does this fit into our program and what have you. So it's a little weird.
Oh yeah,
so
we talked about that years ago, like season 2 of the cast. Yeah.
So Chuck wrote the script and basically sent it to HBO Max, and they ordered it. No pitch. No.
Bro, it's Chuck Lorre, and you at the level you're at, forget it. They were like, don't even waste the gas. We're in. Right the next 7.
Save the Zoom link.
Boom.
So they ordered 8 episodes right off the bat. And we're probably going to shoot this thing early next year. So
it's awesome.
In LA.
Awesome.
Which is great, you know, and probably going to take about 3.5, 4 months. And we're gonna start casting soon. So,
boom, beautiful, man.
It's been great. So that's gonna be fun. And you know, I'm not gonna be touring next year, all but a few weekends in Las Vegas. So it keeps me home. I do the cast,
doing a show. It's perfect, guy.
Yeah. So
Chucky Lorre,
Chucky Lorre, excited about that, and we'll go from there. Bro, here it is. This is official. We're getting this hot off the press on the Pete and Sebastian show.
What do you got?
The About My Father movie that with De Niro coming out Memorial Day weekend 2023.
So what is Memorial Day weekend? Is that the beginning of the summer, right? Yeah, the beginning of the summer.
Yeah, beginning of the summer. Now, the movie takes place around the 4th of July.
Perfect
so this is
timing.
Perfect timing.
Nice.
It's a 4-day weekend. We're going up against Disney's The Little Mermaid.
That's nothing. That's not that. What is that, animated, or is that like Little Mermaid?
I don't know what it is. But we're a comedy. That's a kid movie. That's good. That's good, man. So Memorial Day weekend, About My Father is coming out. You heard it here first on the Pete and Sebastian show. You'll probably hear it in 3 weeks because this is probably going to be 3 weeks from now.
So does that? You think that means the trailer is going to be out now too, pretty quickly, or that
trailer's not coming out. I just got the new cut of the trailer. It's fantastic.
Nice.
We still got to work on it, but it's definitely a home run. So I'll share it with you before.
All 8 cylinders, baby.
I'll just pop it over to you. It's different than the last trailer.
All right.
It's way different. So I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please. I'm dying to see that. Nice.
Other than that, great hang. SebastianLive.com. Patreon, the Pete and Sebastian Show. $5 a month. Worth every penny and more. We got a nice little fan base over there. You got the dates. I don't know when this is coming out, but
Right.
what do you got?
Well, want to say anyone in the area where I live around here doing the Opera House right here in Fredonia, Saturday night or Friday night, November 11th. We head right over to Coghlan's afterwards. It's a fun time. I know people from Buffalo want to know next time I'm doing that. And another one I forgot to tell you about is December 3rd, Hannah Theater in Cleveland. I know some people are asking if I'm coming back to Cleveland. December 3rd. PeteCorreale.com for all the dates. Great hanging again, bro, as always. Let me know the name of the character, the bookie, and I'll make you a song list. I'm telling you, it helps with the character, guy. It helps with the character.
I'm in, bro. Thanks. Thanks for the offer. We'll see you guys next week on the Pete and Sebastian Show. Take care.